As a pharmacist and a chemist by profession, I always feel attracted towards all these ingredients, and I feel that people like you should be aware about what is going on in the industry and how we easily get fooled about no parabens and no ingredient, no natural, 100% organic. So you all should be aware about all these things. Hello my beautiful YouTube family, welcome to another vlog. Now this vlog is actually part 2 of my previous video, which is the review of Olay products. I reviewed about 2 products from Olay. One is their moisturizing cream and one is their 7-in-1 anti-aging cream. All the advantages, which one will suit you, I have discussed in that video. And also on continuation of that, because the ingredient list says that Olay they contain parabens, I decided that I'm going to make a separate video on whether you should go with paraben containing products or not. The reason is that nowadays, if you are aware, there are so many brands which are being launched that they claim that we are paraben free, we do not contain any paraben, no parabens is written, 100% paraben free is written. They do claim that, because of which a customer feels that paraben is actually not safe to be applied and we should avoid paraben free skincare products and makeup products. So I'm going to talk about everything related to paraben. If you are using any paraben containing skincare product, makeup product, so whether you should discontinue them or whether you should use them, in what manner, everything I'm going to talk in this video. So keep watching me till the end. Before we come to any conclusion whether paraben is good, whether paraben is bad, you should avoid them, we should first understand what is parabens and in what forms they are added into our cream. So next time when you are about to read the ingredients, you should actually know that this is paraben, right? So parabens are actually preservatives. What do you mean by that is that because the creams, the cosmetic products we apply onto the skin, there are chances that they may get contaminated, bacteria and microbes can grow and actually spoil the skincare product. So because of which, to preserve for up to 12 months, for up to the shelf life, whatever the product is having, 2 years or whatever, so paraben actually preserves from the growth of bacteria and any other microbes onto our creams. The thing is that whenever we use tubs like these, we tend to put our fingers into the cream and then we apply without even realizing that our fingers can actually contaminate the product. They can lead to the development or the growth of bacteria, which can actually spoil the product and actually can cause acne and skin reaction. So paraben as an initial concept was a preservative. The whole sole idea of adding paraben was good to preserve, to make our product last longer. So then what is an issue with paraben? Why is paraben bad, and now why there is a controversy over this word paraben? The reason is that nowadays, whichever brand you look into, and if you see at the container or their marketing campaign, you will see that they focus on contains no paraben, which gives a customer an idea that there is some wrong thing with the paraben without even understanding. If I say that my product is 100% paraben free, you will feel that there is some issue with the paraben, right? Similarly, they actually market in that way. So consumer, the customer, without even realizing what actually is paraben, what is the purpose of adding that into the product, they go and they buy the product. It is like a marketing campaign. So moving on to our question, whether parabens are bad to our skin. Now the whole controversy, the whole story about paraben is bad or everything started with one study. In 2004, there was a small group of people who were having breast cancer, and paraben concentration was actually found in breast cancer tumors. So the whole cosmetic, the whole skincare industry was actually shaken a little bit, because they thought that because of paraben, the patients were actually developing breast tumors. But later, American Cancer Society, they actually got the actual conclusion that it is not paraben which is actually leading to breast cancer, because paraben is also found in a normal breast tissue. The thing is that people actually got very much paranoid with this breast cancer tumor thing, but when the American Cancer Society, they actually saw the faults in the study, and they actually gave clarification that there is nothing to worry about parabens because the concentration which is used is very less, and that is actually required in any skincare product to last that long. Actually, by that time many brands, they came up with no paraben concept, and they started then booming that up, and that was actually like a campaign thing to attract the consumer. But ideally, if you feel this paraben, no paraben, it should be there or not, you should always focus upon the US FDA criteria. Now US FDA is actually US Food and Drug Administration, and that they do give 100% guidelines and 100% research based information. So what do they actually study and what do they actually recommend is that there is actually no reason for any customer or consumer to be scared about paraben, because the concentration of paraben which is used in any makeup or any skincare product is very less. Also, parabens are there in our natural foods, parabens are there in our edible things also in very less concentration, and that is actually required. Otherwise, how are you going to store up the product for 1 year? So FDA also said that there is no actual clarity, there is no actual risk if parabens are there in very minimum concentration. So you can actually go and buy paraben containing products without that fear that it is actually going to cause any harm to you. So this was about American Cancer Society, and this was about US FDA recommendation that they tell about parabens. If you ask me whether you should use paraben containing products or you shouldn't use paraben containing products, it's always advisable to use natural products. But make sure that if you are about to buy paraben containing products, make sure that they are having minimum concentration of paraben just for the purpose of preservation, not more. So you can definitely go and you can buy without that fear. All this no paraben, no silicone, all this is the brand and the marketing strategy nowadays the companies are using to attract you people, and you feel that paraben is something which is very much harmful. And if you have any product which is very old and they do have parabens, so you feel that you will not use those skincare. Thing I would like to focus is that if a product is saying it doesn't contain any paraben, then it will contain some another preservative, okay, that you must not be aware about whether it will cause any reaction or it will cause any other side effect onto your skin. Rather than use something which is found in products since ages, that is paraben, rather than going on to some new preservative. I hope you like this video, and next time when you're about to go and buy any skincare products and you come across these parabens, do not worry, just check the amount, the concentration, or if you're going to buy no paraben products, just check what is an alternative which is used instead of parabens. Make sure you're not allergic to those ingredients. So this is just the awareness that you need to follow so that your skin regime can be 100% safe for you. I hope you like this video. If you did, do follow my channel. Bye bye.